G'day guys, it's good to see you again. This is I Read Reddit, and today I'm going to be reading some Entitled Parent stories. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. I upload here daily, and if you've got the fear of missing out, then you better smash that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. Now pull up a chair and get comfy, you're going to love this one. I used to work in a small chain of bookstores and stationery shops. We'd sell books, pens, paper, and so on. It was a quirky little store, straight out of a romantic love novella, or Stephen King book if you prefer. This happened a few years ago, and I reconstruct it from my memory. While trying to be as accurate as possible, I can't guarantee it. This cast of the play is the entitled mother, little girl, me, nice dad, of the little girl. The story. The entitled mum walks into the store with the little girl. It's rather early in the morning. The entitled mother looks around, asks me if I could watch her child, and I go, "Oh no, I'm terrible with children. Sorry." The entitled mum tells me it's not for that long, and I shouldn't be such a fuss about it. I still politely refuse. It's not my job to watch children. I'm afraid to do something wrong. What happens? The entitled mum leaves the store. Who do I find hidden in the corner? The little girl, who seems to be rather shy and fearful. This happened back in a time before everyone had smartphones. The kid obviously didn't have a mobile on it. I suspected the mother also wouldn't. Wasn't surprised that the little girl didn't know the number of their landline. I sigh. What are you going to do? If something happens to that kid while being in the store, and you being the only present employee, you're going to have a bad time. Hey girl, what's your name? She says her name. My name and surname. Little girl, happy, like only kids can be if they think they did something smart or they knew something, said, "My surname is ... Now, this rang a bell. I had a good customer with the same surname. It turns out that is her dad. I didn't get paid enough to babysit. In fact, I didn't even get paid enough to do my normal work. I called her dad at his workplace, since we saved that number in our system. The call went along these lines. "Hi, ND. Here's me from bookstore XY. Oh, hi. You? How's it going? I don't remember having any open orders. Yeah, look, listen, do you have a daughter? Yeah, why do you ask? What's her name? I just wanted to ensure it's really her dad and not just a stupid coincidence. If I think now about it, LG told me it's her dad, so I don't know why I wasn't sure. ND apologizes for EM's behavior and tells me he's going to pick them up as soon as possible. While waiting for the nice dad, I picked up one of our sale books, the box with the damaged books that we try to sell with huge discount before throwing away. A picture book from Disney. Little girl tries to read a little. I read a little. The nice dad arrives, and the little girl runs up to him and hugs him, crying that mommy was mean to her. The nice dad soothes her and thanks me for babysitting her. He gives me a bottle of wine and buys something small from the store. He says, if the entitled mum shows up again, could you not tell her that I picked up the little girl? Wait, why? If you don't feel like it, you don't need to. It's rather complicated, and you already did so much for us. The nice dad then leaves. In the evening, the entitled mother shows up, just to point it out. She dropped the kid off at about 9 AM, and it was 5:45 PM. Now she goes, "Where's my daughter?" Me, already chugged about half a bottle of wine, and thus a little boozed. "Yo, what?" "My daughter! I dropped her in this store and you were here." Me being way too drunk for work, but already decided to go for another job or homeless. Both would have been better. "Yo, what?" Entitled mother was on edge. Thus I did what I thought was the smartest thing to do. Oh, a guy came into the store and picked her up. He seemed nice. Gave me some wine for her. At this point I expected her to explode or attack me, but she just left the store. A few weeks passed and the nice dad and the little girl come to the store. Both happy to see me. The nice dad asks me if I've got a few minutes. An excuse not to work? Obviously I took the time for customer service. Gave the little girl the same book we've read the last time and had a talk with the nice dad. Entitled mum and the nice dad were in the middle of a divorce when the entitled mum dropped the little girl at the store. One of the reasons the dad wanted a divorce was that the mum wasn't nice to the girl. Now in my country, as a male, it's rather hard to get custody for your child, no matter what. The girl wanted to be with the dad, but that doesn't matter. The mum dropping the little girl into our store was a gift from the heavens. The dad took the little girl to his sister's overnight. The mum pretended that the little girl was sleeping at one of her friends. The dad wanted to call them just to ensure that the girl is fine. The mum didn't want that. The girl's friend didn't know where the girl was. The mum claimed she dropped the girl at the girl's friend's place. The dad fake panicked and involved the police. The mum insisted that the little girl's friends kidnapped the little girl. Police asked the dad and mum separately, and the dad told the police what happened. The mum still insisted on her dropping the girl at her friend's house. The dad had proof of it being otherwise, since he already called the police when he dropped the girl at his sister's house. Now in court, the dad apparently said something like, "The mum can have all she wants, even my wine collection. I just want to be with my daughter." The mum, knowing the dad didn't have any money left, and had quite some expensive wines, agreed. The daughter ended up with the dad, mother paying alimony. What mother didn't know, the dad was replacing his wine collection before the divorce with the cheapest wines he could find at different discounters, gifting away the expensive ones. He knew that the entitled mother either is going to take everything from him or break his wine collection. We both laughed. I gifted the book to the girl, who seemed very happy. When the mum dropped her, she was shy, seemed small, and now she had such a big smile on her face, and was curious for everything. She could read much better than a few weeks ago. She seemed like a little bird taking flight towards the sun. I absolutely hated my job though, but situations like this made me a little bit nostalgic. Somehow I miss direct interactions with customers. On the other hand, I obviously don't. So, I was going to the supermarket with my mother, who has a disability where she can only stand but her legs give up and she can't walk. So she asks me to help her stand to get something I couldn't reach, because I was a midget when I was 13. And then I see behind her some brat playing with her wheelchair. And I told the kid, "Get off, that isn't yours," and I pulled him off. The kid starts crying and the entitled mother comes over saying, "Let my son play with your wheelchair." And the conversation went like this. "It isn't a toy, you can't have your kid playing on it." "Why not? You don't need it." "My mother can't stand for much longer, get your brat off it." "You greedy jerk, you don't even need it. She can stand, and you're just some rude teenager that wants her to have it." Please back away, or I'm gonna get security." She was silent, but security was already here since an employee overheard the conversation and had already gotten them. She was kicked out, and that horrible experience ended. Moral of the story, don't be a jerk that steals disabled people's canes, walkers, or wheelchairs. If they have one, it's for a reason, not to play with as a toy. I was at the park when I saw this mother and her son walk by. I'm drawing as usual and pay little attention to them. The mum walks up to me and tells me that she loved my drawing. I say thanks and get ready for an entitled parent moment. She walks away instead and tells her son to steal my sketchbook. He walks up to me and asks if he can see it. I say yeah. He looks though, and I can see his mum looking at me. I get nervous as my sketchbook is my life. The kid surprisingly gives it back, compliments me, and walks back to his mum. The mum gets mad at him for disobeying her and calls her an entitled jerk. I start laughing until she slaps him. I walk over and lightly ask him for his address. He calls me and I call the CPS on her butt. Little PSA, if you think you can hit your child for doing the right thing and not being an entitled brat, then you deserve to be in jail. I saw the kid again and he said he was living with his dad now, who isn't entitled and respects other people's property. Okay, so I'm a 16-year-old girl with a severe chronic pain disorder called fibromyalgia. This means I have constant pain in all of my joints and just generally, and get agonizing flare-ups when I struggle to breathe, move, eat, do anything really. All my joints dislocate super easy too. It also leads to sleep problems and problems with my mental health such as anxiety and depression. On this particular day, I was on my way home from school on the tram, sat in a disabled seat. There's very rarely any seats on my tram, but a lovely lady in her late 50s moved for me when she saw me get my disability bus pass out. I was having a really bad day and was in visible pain, especially as the tram bumped and moved. I had both my earbuds in and my music was turned up super loud. An entitled mum was stood in front of me with her son, who was about 11 or 12. She was staring at me trying to make eye contact. My friends made me aware of this, so I not so politely asked her what the problem was. I get a lot of people giving me dirty looks because I'm only young and I sit in the disability seating, and honestly I'm done with it. The entitled mum is her, M is me, EK is kid. I say to her, what? Do you have an issue with me? Yes, actually. You're in a seat that you don't deserve or need. My friend, we'll call her K, put her hand on my shoulder and rolled her eyes. Yes she does. Not that it's any of your business. It is my business. So stop being nasty little teenagers, getting away with whatever they want. You aren't disabled, so clearly you don't need that seat. Excuse me, but I do. Not all disability is visible. I show her my hospital authorized bus pass. Most people accept this and often apologize. Oh, I bet it's for mental health. You're one of those special snowflakes who's sad a lot. Actually, I'm not. I have a chronic pain problem, blah blah blah. I just ignore the horrid comment about mental health and calmly explain my problem. Oh, clearly thinking, my son has that too. She then butchers the pronunciation of my disorder. It's horrible, isn't it? Yes, so you clearly understand good and bad days then. Her son had been running around jumping and stuff, but I was giving her a chance. So you'll get that I'm having a bad day today. That's why I sat here. Mommy, I want that seat now. Why is it taking so long? Through our whole conversation, the kid had been nagging her while she ignored him. See? He needs the seat to play his game. It's important to him. It helps him. She then grabs me by my arm and pulls really hard. I scream as my elbow begins to pop out of its socket, followed by my shoulder. This gets the conductor's attention, who comes over, sees me absolutely sobbing in my friend's arms, my elbow already red and swollen, along with a huge red mark where she grabbed me. The conductor informed her she would have to get off the tram at the next stop, and that the police would be waiting for her. She begins screaming at the conductor, and her son throws herself to the floor at my feet, hitting me repeatedly in the knees with the switch, which I think broke the controller. We're pressing charges for assault, and we have security camera footage, eyewitnesses, and hospital reports to back me up. Hey guys, I read Reddit here. For more juicy content just like that, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.